Aisha Braveboy's Winter Storm Fern Command Center. My name is Sharon Taylor. I'm the Director of Communications for the Office of the County Executive. We'll begin, of course, with County Executive Aisha Braveboy, followed by the Director of the Department of Public Works and Transportation, Director Mike Johnson, followed by Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety, Mel Powell, who will be followed by Prince George's County Council Chair, Crystal Oriada. County Executive Braveboy.
Thank you, and good evening, Prince George's County. I know that it is late, but I wanted to keep my word to provide you with an update on where we are and what we've done so far. I'm glad to be back with you and to provide my fourth live update from our Unified Command Center here in College Park. This evening, our utility partners reported strong progress. PEPCO and BG&E have advised that there were only 2 isolated outages countywide, and restoration efforts are already underway. WSSC reports no active water main break at this time and is currently investigating a potential leaking water main in the southern part of the county, but at this time we don't believe that it is affecting any customers. So we want to thank our utility partners for keeping us informed. I know that many residents are eager to see their streets cleared. Our 311 system continues to process a high volume of calls and service requests. I want to thank you for your patience. I also want to thank you for informing us of the conditions in your area that helps us to prepare for our crews going out into your communities. Please take a moment, of course, to check on your neighbors, especially our seniors and those with limited mobility. I announced this morning that we have launched Operation Silver Shovel, a rapid response shovel assistance led by the Office of the County Executive and our Community Relations Office. I want to thank Director Dickerson for her and her team and their efforts to ensure that this program is successful. I also want to thank our partners on the Prince George's County Council. They too will be assisting and providing financial resources to this effort, and we truly appreciate them. Operation Silver Shovel provides snow removal assistance so seniors can exit their homes if needed, and most importantly, so emergency medical services can access them without delay. Again, this is for residents who are 70 years or older, or residents with a documented disability or mobility issues who live in either a single-family home or a townhome. A valid identification card where applicable, and disability documentation will be required as needed. Snow removal services under Operation Silver Shovel will begin tomorrow and continue for the next few days until we have completed all of the requests. We've gotten several requests, so please be patient with us, but we are really excited about being able to do that. We have already contracted with more than 40 snow removal contractors to support this effort, so we appreciate our contracting community. Many of them are local, they are members of our community, and they are supporting us. Prince George's County has approximately 1,420 miles of residential roadways. At this time, 95, really close to 99% of primary and secondary roads are in what's called a passable condition, which means you can drive on those roads. So we're very, very pleased that our primary and secondary roads have been taken care of. However, we are still working on our residential roadways. And so there's a lot of roadways here in Prince George's County, and we're getting through them. So we believe that we will make significant progress by the morning, and we'll update the public again around our progress on residential streets. I'm also pleased to report that we continue to work in partnership with the Prince George's County Public Schools, as well as the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. We are unifying our efforts and using our resources together to ensure that our residents are taken care of. We have also reached out this evening to several of our municipalities who have also agreed to assist us by deploying some of their assets to support our efforts throughout the county. So again, this is a unified approach to ensuring that our residents are taken care of. We feel very strong about where we are. Our bus system will operate at full service starting tomorrow, Tuesday, January 27th, beginning at 12 p.m. So if you need to move about the county and you need to use the bus is available starting at noon tomorrow. Call a Bus paratransit services will operate for dialysis trips only, because those are very important services that our residents need. So our Call a Bus paratransit service will operate for dialysis trips tomorrow and throughout the rest of the remainder of the week. And we anticipate that trash collection will resume on Wednesday, which means if your trash day is normally Tuesday, your trash will be picked up on Wednesday. If your trash day is Wednesday, it'll be picked up on Thursday, and so forth and so on. So at this time, we believe that trash will resume on Wednesday. We also remain strong with our assets. I talked earlier about the number of trucks that we have on the road, about 360 assets we have assisting us with collecting, moving our snow and ice. We also have enough salt. In fact, I was at the Salt Dome earlier today. We have about 35,000 tons of salt available, so we believe that we're in good shape there as well. I want to remind everyone, if you need a warm place to stay, or if you need a meal, please reach out to us at 1-888-731-0999. Again, if you need a place to stay, if you want to warm up, if you need a hot meal, call 1-888-731-0999. Again, I want to thank everyone for just being great supporters, supporting your fellow neighbors, supporting us as government. We appreciate you, and we need you. If you have additional questions or need additional information, you can visit mypgc.us/winter weather. That's mypgc.us/winter weather. Thank you again so much for joining us this evening. I will now turn the mic over to Director Johnson.
Thank you, County Executive, and good evening, everyone. So we are in the fifth 12-hour shift of snow fighting for this particular storm, Winter Storm Fern, and we're making excellent progress. We, as the County Executive mentioned, our primary and secondary routes are at 100% passable. That means you can easily get around the county, and in particular, what's most important, the emergency services vehicles can use those to service areas of the county to ensure that our residents remain safe. Our primary focus now is on the residential routes, and we have crews that are working in this 12-hour shift to make those routes passable. The shift that replaces them at 6 a.m. tomorrow will also continue on that work, and we're confident that we're going to make really good progress in terms of making our residential routes passable. We thank you for the grace that you gave us in dealing with this fairly complicated storm. Kind of a dangerous storm as well because of the icing, not only the accumulation, but the icing. And I'm glad that the crews gave it their all, worked hard, and their results are shown. So thank you very much. We will continue on to elevate the snow plan for Prince George's County. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Melvin Powell. I have the pleasure of serving as the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety. Prior to the storm, during the storm, and immediately following the storm, I remained in constant contact with all of our police officials, the leaders of each of our clusters, Chief Nader, Chief Mike Leaders from the Fire Department, Director Clark from Department of Corrections, Dr. Gomez from our Office of Homeland Security, and Director Reese from the Emergency Management. As a result of this communication, I can say that we have been efficient with all of our resources, which include personnel, equipment, technology, which means we were also effective in providing services to our residents here in Prince George's County. So, Madam County Exec, I want to let you know that we were good stewards over the equipment that we were provided with, the technology, and our personnel remained in high moral status because they were given what they needed to remain effective throughout this entire storm. We're not completely out of the woods at this point, and we understand that we'll make adjustments as we need those adjustments made. We expect that our police department will begin responding to more calls for service as the weather clears and as the roads clear just a little bit more. But we want you to understand that there was never a time when these services were not provided. We want you also to understand that we, through our technology, we can see you when you're on the roadways. So we'd like for you, as a reminder, if you do not have to be out on the roadways, do not. We also want you to be mindful that, again, when you're utilizing the indoor heaters, the space heaters, that you have to be really cautious. And I'm saying these things because the contact that I have with the police chief and the fire chief, they're reminding me to remind you that in order for us to keep you safe, we just need a little bit of help from you. So thank you, and we look forward to giving you additional information during our next presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Councilwoman Chris Doria. I have the pleasure of representing District 7 on the County Council, but also serving as the chair. Just want to thank my colleagues that have been with me here, supporting the County Executive in her command center, Councilmember Fisher, Begay, Burrows, Adam Stafford, and those colleagues that have joined us virtually. And I'll just say this again. This team has done an excellent job putting together the resources and really focusing diligently on the primary and secondary roads. And now it's that time that everyone waits for when we get to those residential streets. But it's really important that we follow the things that they've asked of us when it comes to where side of the street that we park on. These little things, sometimes we might not understand the importance, but we have to think about the large machinery and their ability to make it down the street. And so if you want no delays with your residential street, let's make sure that we follow the advice that we get from the Department of Public Works and Transportation. We'll continue to update you all, thanking the county executive and the municipal leaders for the call today, and the ability for them to work together will just help us expedite our ability to get to those residential streets. So I look forward to the completion, and I think we're on track to even meet and exceed the expectations of the last winter event. So just thank you for your leadership.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. And as Madam Chair said, you know, the Department of Public Works recommends if you have to park on the street, to park on the even side of the street so that the plows can actually make it down your street. If there are too many cars parked on both sides of the street, it's very difficult, if not nearly impossible, for those assets to make it down your streets or cul-de-sacs. So we really need the assistance of our residents in helping us with that. Again, we appreciate the sacrifice and the long hours that our crews are working 12-hour shifts. It's a lot, and so we appreciate them. In fact, earlier today, I had the opportunity to call out on dispatch and just thank those crews who were working at the time for their diligence and their sacrifice. And we continue to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. It's still dangerous conditions out there, and we know that, everyone's eager to get everything cleared up, but we also want everyone to be safe, including those who are responsible for picking up our snow and ice. So that's all we have this evening. We're here late because we're working. This is a 24-hour operation, so we're working really hard. But we wanted to let you know where we are so far, and we'll be back again tomorrow with some additional updates. But thank you all so much, and have a great evening.